So before we went on the break, we were talking about structure of the business. You were addressing the question structure of business. So I'd like you to continue before we get into the aspect of what should a businessman do when he already fails in business.
Okay, the first part, like I said, is going to the foundation. It doesn't matter if you've spent 10 years in business, you have to come back to how did we start this in the first place? Why did we start it? What did we hope to achieve? Now, also in the business plan, what you have is you have your roadmap, your strategic plan. Oh, this is what we hope to achieve in the long term, in the medium term, and in the short term. So the first place is business plan. Now, it doesn't end there. Then you now move on to business planning. Business plan is a one-off thing that you have done. Business planning is a continuous process that you keep on executing throughout the lifespan of your business. And that is implementing what you have in the business plan. Now, knowing fully well that the market is very volatile, it's trend changes, there's a whole lot of things that can influence the market. You have to set up your business in such a way that is responsive to the environment. So say you are producing something that requires that the raw materials requires importation. Now, looking at the trend of how government is clamping down on importing things, you need to start thinking ahead. That is business planning.
Strategize.
How can I get a local alternative to this? You don't wait till it is raining, till you start building a house, a roof on your house. You don't say, because there is sun now, I don't think rain will come. So you have to anticipate. You have to be flexible in putting your business. Then the second one, which when we conducted the research late in 2016, we discovered that a lot of entrepreneurs highlighted about 25 to 30 challenges they faced in their business. Now, when we went further to probe and say, have you tried solving this problem? About 80 to 90% of them said they have tried solving the problem. If it's accounting, maybe accounting, they've tried accounting softwares. If it's HR, they've tried to outsource HR. They've tried a whole lot of solutions. Now, what they've not been able to do is they've not been able to keep up the prayer. Consistency was lacking. And why was that? We now discovered that there was lack of accountability in the system.
Can we also say staff strength is also one of it?
Not really. There are businesses that have 2-man staff strength and they are doing billions of naira in the country. It comes down to accountability. Do you have corporate governance enshrined in your business? Corporate governance is not just meant for big corporations. It is called corporate governance because it helps to govern. It's a law that governs the business principles. And where there is no principle and laws, there will be chaos. And where there is chaos, there will be destruction. And where there is destruction, that's the end.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. What about a situation where a person is doing a role that 5 people could do? Is that not capable of making the business fail?
Not directly. It's not directly. It depends if he does not have the capacity. We have to be real with ourselves. The economy does not sustain hiring multiple people. So at the start of your business, you are the sales director, you are the chief marketing officer, you are the chief production officer, you are the logistics manager, you are the customer relationship officer. It's clear. Now, the problem is not taking all those into account. The problem is, who are you answerable to? At the beginning of this year, a whole lot of business owners set out in January, I want to make 1,000. In February, I want to make 1,500. In March, I want to make... Now, in January, they made 800, but nobody questioned them, why did you make 800? Nobody brought them back, okay, what can we do to get there? Everybody just wants to be CEO without being questionable to anyone. Now, the trick here is a whole lot of people say they cannot get executive directors and pay them salary. There are a whole lot of people out there that will readily and gladly be your board of advisors. It could just be a 3-man committee. People that you share your goals with. And as little as giving them discount or free products could just be enough. I am on the board of some organization, both NGOs, private establishment, and I don't think there's any one of them that I earn salary from. It just depends on the passion I have for what the person is doing and their show of commitment.
And also ability to negotiate.
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
you're not earning salary from them.
No, not really.
How is that possible? Because if you need, of course, if you need people to be in your board of directors, they should be paid.
That's why it's board of advisors, not board of directors.
Even board of advisors, is that free?
It's not free. That's why it said depends on, she said negotiation. It
Relationship
depends
and
on
negotiation.
relationship and negotiation. Say, I do, as I am right now, what do I need daily? You run a business that maybe you sell hair extension. You looked at, is a man, what can I give to him for him to be here? I cannot afford to pay him. The truth is I'm not cheap. I tell my clients, so you'd rather pay me my full wages or let's just talk about other things. So if you're okay, does he have a wife? Oh, can I give his wife one extension or wig or closure or frontal? See, I'm talking about it. Per month. It depends on, oh, is it realistic for my business? You do something that, you offer something that would not hurt you, but will make them know that you are putting your game in this, your skin in the game. So, getting accountability, that is the cross of it all. Every other thing I want to say, rest under it. Have good marketing structure. See, the truth is, as entrepreneurs, there will come days you will be dejected, distressed, disappointed, demotivated. But what keeps you going will just be the mindset that, at the end of the month, the buyer is going to hold me accountable. And probably maybe I even have a fine. Maybe they are going to deduct out of my salary.
You know, I was thinking you're going to say passion, because most people say that when, as an entrepreneur, one key thing is for you to have passion for what you do and it will keep you. You know, so let me ask, you know, you are into business consulting, you know, even when the business starts to fail and things seem like it's crumbling, passion, will it still keep you?
Okay, I tell people this, it's a hard truth and it's not common wisdom. Even it's anti-society wisdom. I tell people when they say, I want to go into my passion, most time, have you noticed that most times your passion takes longer time to bring fruit of labor for you? So, and in this country where there is no safety net, where if you are a US citizen or you are from Europe where your food is secure, you can always apply for bankruptcy, nobody cares about you. The truth of the matter, when people say, sir, I don't have money to start my passion, I say, get a job. Use your job, the proceeds of your job to fund your passion. And when your passion can give you your income, chase it.
Or it can even double your income.
Yes, because if you start following your passion in this country, you become a passionate, frustrated being.
Okay,
that's correct.
A strong word.
It's very strong.
It's the key. If you cannot eat, put food in your mouth, you will be ridiculed by your friends and families. They will question your decision, and soon enough, you start questioning your sanity.
Okay, so I know that according to statistics, 20% of small businesses fail in their first year. Small businesses, 30% of them still fail in their first and second year. And in the long run, 70% of them fail in their maybe first 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Now, how is it, what can they do to go back to this foundation? What can they do to rebuild this business that has already failed?
And sorry, before you answer that, the phone line is open, so you can call us to ask your question and your contributions. Number is +234 7051 432258. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Actually, the statistics is much more startling and scary than that. It's actually 80% of businesses in Nigeria fail in their first year.
What I'm saying is small businesses. I know that what I'm saying is first businesses, they fail, 80% fail, but small businesses in their first year, it goes from 20%, 30% and down. Yeah.
So it's much more, it's startling. And like I said, one of the first things to do is assess yourself, assess your business. Where are you? Know your numbers. How much are you making right now? If you have been running your business haphazardly for some time, at that point in time, it's about making that decision that here and now, I need to stop this damage. Knowing your numbers, where it is, because numbers don't lie. and they tell the truth. So it's going to give an insight into what you are doing presently. Now, at that point in place, seek help. Don't be the kind of entrepreneur who believes I can do it all. Just because you have been running it that way for the past 10 years and it's been working for you, doesn't mean it's the right way. Doesn't mean it's just a blip. I'm going to get, let me give it 1 month more. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. So seek help. And in seeking help, don't seek help and don't choose help based on popularity or fame. Choose help based on what you need. In fact, ask for referrals. That might be the best way to go about it. Competence is not judged based on fame or popularity.
Not in the time where they even buy followers on social media.
And it doesn't have to just be social media. Check out, ask friends, ask people that are doing things right for help. Now, when you are going there, go with the mindset of, I am going to meet my doctor. And as a doctor, you don't lie. Because you see a lot of things, entrepreneurs come into your office and they doctor the numbers so that they look good. Okay. Now, when you dig deeper, you start seeing that they've told you that the hand is paining them, when in fact, they have a tumor in their head. So it's very key to be honest about where you are and have a roadmap of how you're going to get out of that. That's getting out of mess, and immediately start enshrining corporate governance in your business. And the place to start is board of advisors or board of directors. What that does to you, the most important thing it does to you, for you to know again, is fiscal responsibility. You cannot just spend money anyhow. Now they start telling you need to put yourself on salary. Now I didn't mention all these things because if I tell you to do it, you can get tired in the 3rd month, or you get tired when things are better again and you relapse back into your old self. So that was why I keep on saying corporate governance. It helps you to know that, okay, no, you cannot start taking money anyhow. Salary. And at the end of every month, you need to say a financial statement of the business. Now you know you can't lie. Now you know you have nowhere to hide.
Okay, talking about paying yourself salary, it boils down to financial intelligence, yeah?
Yes.
You just said you can advise someone to do it, but the person might not keep up after 3 months. Do you think it's something that every business owner should do? Because if you start paying yourself a particular amount of stipends in a month, I think it might kind of build up some form of responsibility in you and the strength to want to push on regardless of what happens. So do you think it's okay to just keep paying yourself and doing everything you can regardless of the challenges you face in the business?
Now, every entrepreneur, one of the things that you know about them is they are sacrificial. The fact that they can sacrifice their time, their money for their business. So if it comes to a time in which you have to weigh taking your salary or taking a pay cut, nobody has to tell you. Like I said the other time, numbers don't lie. Show me the numbers. So if you see that the numbers of your business, there is a downward turn, you can't keep on taking that salary and be killing your business. Don't forget that you are not in employment to somebody else. You are the CEO of the company, and you should be able to take drastic steps to fix the problem. So paying yourself salary, it comes down to what's the business doing? What can the business give up that it will not hurt the business? And that's why it comes back to corporate governance. Because making that decision yourself, we can be emotional and sentimental when it comes to ourselves. When it's other people and they are telling you why they didn't do it is an excuse. When you are the one and you don't, no, I have a legitimate reason why I didn't do it. We are sentimental about our reasons. So when you have people that will talk to you without sentiment or emotional attachment, one of the things I tell people when you want to pick people that are above you. So that they can guide you. Their experience is what you cannot buy. You start something and they tell you, this might not pan out well. Why don't you let us take it stepwisely? Now, that's how some businesses even meet themselves in the pit of failure in the first place. Some try to grow too fast. So you have a success that you started a business, the outlet in Ikeja is working so well. And before you know it, you are so excited. People are calling us from Lekki. We have to open in Lekki. People are calling us in Lekki. And the next thing, you go and open in Lekki. You didn't consider How long will it take for that investment to mature? Can your business as it is now sustain you removing that investment from it? You're not even doing a risk analysis to understand that is setting up in Lekki the best thing, or having a collaboration that drops my product off and makes it available in Lekki. So some businesses try to grow too fast, and when you try to grow too fast more than the structure you have, you will kill the business.
Okay, I like the fact that we've dwelled more on the challenges, because it's important for you to even know how to rebuild your business, your failing business. You have to know exactly what is wrong. You have to pick out the challenges and know how to tackle it. Now, I know I have friends that are into businesses, and some of them, little of them, once they see that their business is failing, they tend to want to go to a bank to fall back on bank loans to help resuscitate the business. Is it advisable, or what else? What can they do when they find out that, yes, this business is failing, I need to do something about it? What are the steps? I know you mentioned going back to the scratch, going back to the foundation. So what other way, or expatiate on that point also? Okay.
Taking a bank loan or any loan in itself should be a decision that is not taken lightly by any business owner. It should be weighted and considered on all fronts, because loans have killed so many businesses. And most times, not having money in the business is a symptom. It is not the cause. So treating the symptom is getting money to fix it. In the next 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, you are down back to where you started from again. Now you need to get money again. So taking loans to fix a business, that's a no-no. The thing is to go back to the basics. Who are your customers right now? How much are they buying from you? How often do they buy from you?
Okay.
What can I do to increase them coming? So a whole lot of people will come now, they give money to social media adverts, or this digital advert. It's good, don't get me wrong, to do adverts. But you only advertise what is working. What if the customers you have could actually generate more money for you, and you've just not been considering that? A business, you have 5 customers that bring 20 naira to your business every month, and they buy once. 20 times 5, that's 100 naira from them. And you're looking, I'm not making money. The next thing most entrepreneurs will consider is, I need more customers that will pay 20 naira. But what if you think about it in another way, that can I increase the number of times they come? Is it possible for them to come twice in a month? Suddenly, from 100 naira, it goes to 200 naira with the same customers. Oh, can I increase the money they spend with me every time they buy from me? Is there a way I can bundle up some of my product or services to bump up the value and then be able to charge premium? Say I'm charging 20 naira before, I added some things, and it goes to 25 naira. 25 times 5 suddenly goes to 125 without necessarily looking for more customers. So when most people say they need more money to fix their failing businesses, what they are doing is they are trying to treat the symptoms and not the cause.
Not the cause.
Okay. You know, some people say that the best way to sustain a business is to identify a need and meet a need. Do you think that's correct?
No, that's the first stage. That's like the setting out of the business. You know, when engineers get to site and they want to build, and they have the what they call it, the map, the first thing they do is setting out. Okay, the house will face this area, and that's identify the need. It does not stop there. It is a crucial component in the building block of business, but it is not the only thing. Now, there's an arc I'm going to talk about where what people can do if they cannot go through the process of writing a business plan now, or they want to start a business and they cannot go through writing a full business plan. There are so many tools you can use online. There's a lean business model canvas, in which a lean business plan, in which it's 2 pages. You just fill some questions. And then there's my favorite, business model canvas. 9 components. You just fill and answer the questions there, and it gives you an overview of what you want to do. And when you have that in place, then you test it. Every idea you have is your idea. Until it gets to the court of people, it sounds nice and logical. So you need to test it to validate your idea. Don't just rush into it because you have the money. You put money into it and suddenly, it's not working, you put more money. It's like having a bathtub that is leaking and saying, this bathtub is not filled up. I've been fetching water there for the past 1 hour. If you keep on fetching water there for the next 1,000 years, what happens?
What happens? Okay, so I know it's business. It sounds easy, but well, it's not as easy as it sounds. So we have a call. I would continue that conversation. Hello, Tolu. Hello, Tolu.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, while we wait for that call, so I'm going to ask, is it necessary, because I know in every field you need to go to school, get skills, acquire knowledge and all. Good morning, Tolu, sorry.
Yes, my name is Tolu, I'm calling from
Hello.
Mowe. Hello, my name is Tolu, I'm calling from Mowe.
Right, so, in case you're just joining us, this is tea or coffee, Tolu. I'm so sorry you can't get through to us. I'm trying to get the call. As soon as I can get the call, we'll take the call, Tolu. All right, so is it compulsory to get a degree? I know we have some business schools in Lagos. I wouldn't want to mention names. We talked about it when we went on.
Yes.
So is it compulsory? Is it necessary to go to a business school or just follow mentors, as you rightly said?
It's not a one-way street. Going to school is the first part. Knowing it actually is the second part. Okay. So if your route does not actually have to go through a business school, but you need to take necessary courses. It doesn't have to be in a business school. So you see something that you are deficient in, you see a business owner that say, I don't like selling. Can I just hire people to sell for me? It's not logical. Yes, you don't like selling, but you can develop your capacity in it. Like I tell people, selling is an art. And art can be learned. Just like you can learn singing, you can learn sewing, you can learn anything. So you need to develop capacity in areas that you feel like, oh.
Okay, just sorry to interrupt you. Hello, Tolu, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Tolu.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good morning. Sorry, go ahead, Tolu. Good morning.
So I'm a business owner and I sell clothes and shoes, but I have issues with my friends. They're always trying to reduce the prices. What do I do? And they're like my initial customers. I don't know. It always makes me, I don't want to lose my friends, and I also want to make gain in my business as well. So, but they always like beat the price way below, my actual price, the actual price I got it. So what can I do to get better customers and probably talk to them or do something to at least make them buy at the given price that I state?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, you had the question.
Yes, that's a question on pricing.
Yeah.
When it comes to friends and family, it's not advisable for you. One, let me send this as a warning. Don't ever get your price lower than your cost price. It's simple logic. It doesn't matter how close you are. If you're going to lose a friend based on that, then he or she is not worthy of being your friend in the first place. Right. Because it's telling you, sell for me and pack out of business. Now, when it comes to pricing, it's a whole course on its own. And the reason why they say that is because they see you as, what she's selling, we just need it. If they really need what you are selling, if it's a necessity to them, they will pay for it. And try to avoid selling to them alone. Maybe you can look at expanding your customer base. You can look at expanding your customer base, and then for them, you can give discounts, periodic discounts, and it depends. You can ask them to pay instrumentally, but you don't let your product get out of your hands until they fully pay you. And then try as much as possible to employ emotional intelligence in dealing with them. Shola, when you go to Igbo guys, they will tell you that I bought this for 1,000 naira. See, I'm selling it to 1,010 naira. No profit. So maybe you need to employ that tactics with them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Do you like the video you just watched? Then you should click on the like button and move over to click on the subscribe button. Also, you should click on the bell to get notified anytime we drop amazing episodes of Tea or Coffee for you. Adios.